A great way to kick this one off tonight.
Thought this crowd, another sellout here at Princess Auto, couldn't be more fired up. Well, now they are on the tee. Ottawa sends it away. As Trey Babel will return it from his own 25-yard line. Jumps across to the 35, then 40, wrapped up. Stanley Bryant digs in at left tackle to protect Zach throughout the evening. They'll begin on the ground as they do so often with Brady Oliveira. And Javon Santos knocks grabs on for dear life. And it's a Winnipeg first down 4 now as flags come out. Fans, I'm sure, happy to see Brady Oliveira charging downhill early. Now they'll empty it out 3 by 3. Claros 6 options and completes this pass. And underneath, it is Jarrett Stearns.
Against the Calgary Stampeders, I'm sure Zach wants to change that as much as he loves throwing it to Brady.
Well, now they split him out wide and down the shoot. It is Nick Dembski. What a throw by Claros on the fly and make it 80 straight games. Nick Dembski with a grab. Hanging on as this time they'll go back inside to Oliveira. Michael Krisak, the fullback in the formation as well, and plunge their way forward through this Ottawa defense that will have to deal with number 20. Mont stepping in from a depth role in the team the last couple of weeks as they'll blitz pick it right into the jet play, and is that Dylan Mitchell getting absolutely walloped, and Bryce Carter picking himself up off the turf, worthy of the distance based on last week.
No question.
63 yards, Sergio Castillo last week against Calgary. This one a little inside and straight down the middle. Brown digs in for the first time here tonight in the place he used to call home. Goes to the outside, hangs this one out. Justin Hardy climbs the ladder, cuts it back across the 40, and dives down to the 30-yard line. You don't think of Justin Hardy going vertical, but on full display. Tested grabs this year. That one was spectacular. They'll hand off a little end around Daniel Adebaboye. Solid pickup. With a gain of 6 from Adebaboye on first down. Empty it out. Brown looks to his left underneath. There is Gino Lewis. Gets pile driven backwards, but he's got the first down. Communicates with Braylon Addison to his left. Adebaboye is in the game. They will hand it off in between the tackles on first down, going nowhere. Winnipeg's defense stacks that one up inside the 20-yard line. Brown, plenty of time, rips this one to the outside, and a flag does come out. That time, Braylon Addison there.
Pass interference,
Cam Allen.
Winnipeg, number 0. Automatic first down.
9 carries, 5 touchdowns on the year, and the ball is out underneath. And if Crum get back on top of it, just barely, but backwards they go. Winnipeg sellout crowd is into it. Brown, hands off inside. Adebaboye leans for the end zone. No call yet. Dustin Crum back into the ball game, takes the snap clean, rolls to his left, got stood up and turned around. Thumbs down from Tony Jones and co.
That's important.
Claros goes back to work after the free 5 inside. Brady Oliveira lunging towards the 10-yard line. Strebler checks in with the short yardage unit deep in their own end. Take the snap. Never in doubt. The push that Ottawa dearly needed with their second turnover on downs inside the score zone this year. Struggling at times, but Zach is back. He's back to his old tricks, slipping it underneath. Dembski gets another out to the 30-yard line. Claros fakes the flip inside, looks to the flats, now sidearms this one. Tight coverage on the play. Jarrett Stearns, the intended receiver, and there is DeAndre Lamont. The 5-man rush, and Zach with pressure on, rolls away from it, trying to escape. He does from 1 man, then 2, and then takes the seat right in front of Javon Santos Knox as chase being given first by Adarius. Jamison Sheen gets set to boot this one away, and pressure on, he does, but it affected the kick, no doubt, as Khalil Pimpleton catches it on the run, around his 40, and tremendous coverage that time.
Passes 5 against Toronto.
Brown begins with an inside handoff. There's Williams Standback churning his way through this Winnipeg defense. Ottawa going with a silent count, also trying to sneak to the line of scrimmage so the crowd couldn't get into it, but then they had to wait as now Jefferson gets held. And Brown thinks he's going to create a little something special on the sideline here, but this one will go backwards. As inescapable as number 5, the length, the quickness, and the variety. As Brown operating against the crowd noise that he used to enjoy as a Bomber. They'll flip it out to the flats. It's caught. Braylon Addison's got a long way to go. Gets flipped upside down. Pressure on, blocked. It's up in the air, rolling around, and picked up. A flag comes down. And who got on top of it for Ottawa? Was that Kenny Onyeka? It was just like, yeah, thank you for not messing this up. Yes. Appreciate it. Scolaros goes back to work. Great field position here for the Bombers as he checks it down underneath to his leading receiver last week. As Brady Oliveira gets wrapped up and thrown down. Not supposed to hear the double thud. Scolaros looks downfield on second and long. Throws into a tight window. Javon Santos-Knox was flying out from linebacker. Could have played the football. Might have had a pick there, but he went body. And it means a Winnipeg first down. Now looking to the end zone at the end of the first quarter. Up in the air, Jared Stearns brings it down from the Winnipeg sky. Here tonight to get week 11 going on Thursday Night Football from Winnipeg. First quarter of week 11 picking right where week 10 left. That's big hit on special teams.
What a hit.
Gets ready to go after Drew Brown once again. Begin with a handoff inside. Ottawa's trying to lean on the first down running attack here, Suits, but it's not going anywhere. Plenty of time on the play clock. As Winnipeg does send the heat. Adams giving chase as Brown rolls out to his right, buys as much time as he can, and then has to just get rid of it. And it's a 2 and out.
But they had the big fourth quarter against Toronto.
No doubt. See if they can protect Leone on this one. He gets a high spiraling boot away, drops down to Trey Vavel. Inside his own 25, makes a move at the point of attack. Great open field tackle, though.
It's probably a lot of checkdowns. No, not really.
Oliveira goes back to the ground attack here and plunges up inside. But yeah, I mean, there's also this idea of plenty of time ago. He knows what Zach's capable of. The Redblacks defense after that touchdown pass earlier, and now he gets it outside, and Dylan Mitchell will enjoy that much more than his first touch of the ball game when he got absolutely popped by Bryce Carter.
You want to be a cameraman.
CJ Colden there in coverage on the last play, and he's right there once again going after that side of the field right now as Jared Stearns. A massive touchdown at the end of the first quarter. 9 on the season. Finally more than interceptions. He's also got 8 of those. As now he'll flip it out to the flats and was looking for Oliveira against Edmonton. The big late game scramble. They'll bump out Oliveira. Flores will screen it back the other way. It's Densky. Plenty of open field. Crosses the 30. Turns on the Jets. And he's in a race once again with a Darius Pickett. As the Ottawa defense gets shredded by the screen game. Pretty here, up 10, looking to score again. Pump to Michael Chris Ike, come back across his body, big hit inside the 5. Both sides, but the short yardage package is in. Chris Strevler in behind Chris Kolinkowski, plunges his way forward. And the 6th opportunity here for Chris Strevler to reach the end zone.
Is that Strevler inside the 5 is often running those quarterback sneaks.
Absolutely.
Okay, got a new one. Let's go.
And absolutely hammers it. Added a 100-yard single he had as well last week. As the coverage unit down on Khalil Pimpleton. Flags come out behind the play, and he'll be escorted out of bounds that time. Jake Kelly.
At defensive back, not just a returner.
Take a stretch run here. Brown turned around and had a face full of Bombers. He might have had the back door there to Keelan White. Were they trying to sneak him out the back door? And Keelan White on the backside if he had time, but the clock was up. This time he looks over the top into the defense, and it is pass interference. Bang, bang play, but for the second time, it's Agent Zero on his fellow circled compadre, Cam Allen.
Well, I guess they thought it was enough contact.
Set up the screen here for Addison as he tries to cut back, wrapped up and brought down. Tony Jones is absolutely everywhere. This one's a toughie. 2nd and 12. Pressure on. Willie Jefferson almost got home. It is complete.
I'd have also said, I didn't think it was pass interference either.
of 12 on the season. Make it 9 of 13.
Stone on offense, Willie Jefferson on defense.
Laros also 4-0 at home in West Finals, and they'd love to play it here with a Grey Cup coming to this turf. Zach looks downfield, now takes the flats, goes right back to Claricius, who tries to earn it the hard way and can't get it done, rallying up with CJ Colden and DeAndre Lamont. Templeton last week crossing the 1,000-yard mark when it comes to combined yardage. They'll try to add some onto it here. Does just across the 20.
Remain even keel with everything I do.
And then, Brett, we were all saying, well, maybe that's why you get along so well with Drew Brown. Maybe that's why this thing works. Is Daniel Adebaboye gets into it here on 2nd and 6. Brown looks to his right, over the top, open, it's picked off. Evan Holm running it back for the Bombers. As Holm gets his 3rd of the season. It's active tonight. Tony Jones has 1. Evan Holm had 2 coming in, make it 4. As Holm has his 3rd. A runaway lead for the Winnipeg defense when it comes to interceptions on the season. Back resets, goes with the quick snap at the line, fakes to Oliveira, and throws this one underneath. That was into traffic. Joey Corcoran Suits was running into the flats, and somewhere hiding in behind was number 10, Nick Dembski. From 39 yards away, Sergio Castillo needs to add on to his stellar season. See if Drew Brown can get his rhythm back. No interceptions last week, got one here to home just a minute ago. Is this one responds by loading the line of scrimmage. They'll try to run right into it, and the Bombers respond. 5.8 yards on first down. That's last in the Canadian Football League. In tough here again on 2nd and 10. Brown loads it up. Templeton down the seam, and good battle back and forth. No flags down. Ottawa gets set to send this one away. The 3-minute warning again. Protection a little dicey, and Leone just has to hammer it. The waiting arms of Trey Vattel catches it at the 10. Nice jump cut. And he'll give a return of about 14 yards that time. Pickett shows blitz. Comes off the edge. They'll run away from it. Brady Oliveira gets turned back inside. Redblacks run defense does its job on first down.
Make those cuts off the defenders.
2nd down and 10. Polaros rolls to his right-hand side. Pressure is on, and will flip this one up in the air. Incomplete in the area of Kevin Claricius, but it looks like he was trying to just flip it out of bounds with the pass rush hot.
Yeah.
You know, the tip at the line of scrimmage and the throwaways, and then you go, is it 90%?
Yeah.
It's Templeton trying to track this one down, and Sheehan, as he lines up across from 87, Redblacks guard. All running vertical, and over the middle, throwing at nobody is Drew Brown. Miscommunication that time. Addison splits out wide late, uses the waggle. Brown looks underneath on the crossing route, forces it into traffic, and should have been intercepted. Gino ate a little bit of Bomber's shoulder pad as well after the incompletion. Back and forth possession goes here at the end of the first half, and Trey Vattel pushed out of bounds. Nice coverage by the defensive lineman Aiden John.
Another cornerstone guy.
Yeah. Oliveira in between the tackles, heads downhill, and takes a couple of pops on that shoulder. You talked about that, Suits. I was looking at today.
Taping up the shoulder on that left side.
Kind of disappeared from that game in week 2 as well, quietly, as Matthew Peterson came in. As this one's complete underneath, and it's Wheatfall. Great completion to move the sticks. Clock rolls inside a minute remaining in the first half as they lead 20-3. Pressure on. Zach somehow gets away, and yeah, looks for someone deep in the bench. Looks like Connor Shea, their first-round pick, might have caught that one.
You gotta get your hands up.
Receivers out for Claros. They'll screen it underneath. Brady with space. Chris Polankowski gets a shove in the back. Gets a block. 30 seconds remaining. Clock rolls. Flags come up.
Procedure. Winnipeg number 67. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
From incompletion aside from perhaps those 3 points at the end of the half. Silent count once again for the Redblacks. as Brown throws this one to Gino Lewis, and the catch radius on full display.
Corner, but he's new to this game.
Winnipeg sends the house. They'll just throw it up for Gino once again. He had one-on-one. I think Drew wanted him to go and take advantage of that height advantage.
Yep.
Lines up as the lone receiver to the top of your screen. Go back the other direction. Keelan White, the rookie, makes the grab and stops shy of the 55 as time expires. Ottawa gets their choice after deferring to begin the football game. Lines up as the lone receiver to the top of your screen. Go back the other direction. Keelan White, the rookie, makes the grab and stops shy of the 55 as time expires. Ottawa gets their choice after deferring to begin the football game. Castillo leans into it. Drives the football down inside the 15-yard line. Trying to follow Daniel Adamaboy, who was the off returner. And Drew Brown essentially gets to the same spot on the field here to get things going. One interception late in the first half there from Zach Collaros. Didn't hurt them, but rare to see as they begin again with that inside handoff on first down. Brown says to keep the play on. Time to go to work. Brown fading to his left, gets hit, but completes. What a beautiful throw. We can stop him before the wheels start turning. We're good. This time Stanback will pass protect. They'll flip it out to the flats. Valenassa makes the first man miss, and then the cavalry arrives.
That's crowd noise effect.
Stanback does go downhill, lowers the shoulder, runs through 3 different bombers for a first down. Even when having to throw to get back into games. Let's see if they go back to him here. They do. Bouncing off the first tackler, puts his head down and gets all the way to the 30. Should have been tackled. All game here. Ottawa goes heavy as they hand it off. Stanback once again, and this time little stutter step. Couldn't get running fully downhill. Twice in the first quarter, down on the goal line. Here he goes on 3rd and 1, takes the snap, and didn't get much of a push. We'll see where they spot it, but it looks like it is a first down. And now, the ageless one, Jake Thomas, goes for a jog into the backfield, but was he drawn?
Procedure. Ottawa number 65.
Yeah, the
5-yard penalty.
sell out here at the stadium.
Does Thursday night like Winnipeg. Go to work the next day? Who cares? Time to lose my voice as Brown up against it, rolls to his left. Thomas gives chase. Brown buys time, cuts back to his right. In the middle of the field, and did Hardy reach forward for the first down? On Stanback to switch over. Barely on the line was Gino Lewis, allowing them in the ball game. Not going with Dustin Crum. Coming into tonight, Drew Brown, 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions when he's down inside the 20, looking deep into the end zone, and William Stanback kind of sneaked the big. A lot of walking around defenders for Brown to decipher here, and they don't know how to protect it. Brown backpedaling and then steps forward, somehow gets away. On 2nd and 10, he'll backhand shovel it for the first down to William Stanback. Magic from Brown. Crum is in the ball game at quarterback for Drew Brown as Crum takes the run and then will take off. And the dual threat ability of Dustin Crum, 1 snap, 1 score. Ready to knock through point number 10.
Gets outside and scores.
Lewis Ward drops this one down to Trey Vavel inside the 20-yard line. Ottawa special teams, a little bit of life thanks to their offense. To 3 lead to open up the second half, an 8-minute touchdown drive for the Ottawa Redblacks, and it's a 10-point ball game right now. Zach Collaros, first touch of the second half, and immediately dodging pressure and gets away, and somehow Zach, who's only run 6 times this year with the hamstring, so a little bit of shuffling on the back end for Ottawa against Brady Oliveira, who tries to get the first down on the ground and gets stacked up inside. My goodness. He is having a night. Had some great plays on special teams and getting plenty of reps on defense as well. As Khalil Pimpleton catches this one right next to the sideline. Now motion, Khalil Pimpleton into the backfield. Now back outside for a quick screen. And back to to the sideline, pushed it out of bounds, but it's another first down. Offensive coordinator just to dip into his Dan Lefevre bag of tricks here and try and find some Blue Bombers. Trying to keep everybody fresh as this time they'll blitz the house. Knocked down! If Jake missed it, though.
He was right in the line, wasn't he?
Almost blocked again. Leone gets it away. Trey Babel crosses the 40, cuts back, has some breathing room. Marco Dubois shuts the door, not fooled whatsoever. Via Britt Dort on the sideline that Drew is not officially out. They're just waiting and continuing to observe as Winnipeg flips this one out to the flats. It's a rotating door at this point, but trying to find a way to get a stop here on 2nd and 8. Colaros fades this one up into the lights. It's up for grabs and incomplete. As Heslop, 2 years spent with the Seattle Seahawks as an undrafted free agent, hops up north in his first career start, makes the play. This one gets touched by Pimpleton, then he's run into. And Sloppy. 5,200 career rushing yards. We'll see if they go to him here. They do to start off the drive as Braylon Addison gets just enough to seal the edge and stand back. Redblacks fighting against the crowd noise, sorting out protection. As Crum gets hit, held on to it as long as he could, and finally hits the deck. Tanner Schmeckel. Third-year man out of the University of Regina Rams program. Makes the play, now Trey Babel crosses midfield, massive collision. Ande Ellie right there in coverage. He will line up there. He's the last healthy defensive back they've dressed here tonight. Over the top, Carrot Wheatful running right into the waiting hands from the 24-yard line. Colaros against some pressure, gets it away to the outside. Dembski bounces off one tackler, 2, 3, and finally brought down inside the 5. Different in front of friends and family as Colaros takes the snap, hands it off to Brady. First touchdown of 2025 for the reigning MOP.
There it is.
Wonder if Colaros went over, gave him a little helmet tap and said, I told you you'd get in there at some point. I don't think any of us were doubting.
Was Brady trying to coach the O-line up of how to talk to the camera?
The lead restored, 27-10. As Pimpleton trying to give instant offense, and a flag comes out late. From to begin the proceedings here, will sail this one over the intended receiver to start the 4th. Working the line of scrimmage, trying to communicate to Moore to the right, and now the flag comes out, and Mike O'Shea pointing down at the play clock. Crum against 4-man pressure, checks it down underneath. Daniel out of a boy, a massive hit from Reddick Granby, but bounces off of him. Drafted 15th overall by the Argonauts back in 22. Now here in Ottawa, bouncing off tacklers is a little change of pace. Not sure Khalil Pimpleton knew he was going to sign up to be a lead blocker, but found a way on that last one. Underneath, Gino Lewis gets the first down. Knowing who and where to communicate to and get things going. Steps up in the pocket, pressure on. Underneath, Keelan White gets hammered.
A little attaboy to Babel.
3rd overall pick, earning his keep. This one, quick throw up in the air, up for grabs, and they'll say incomplete. Dexter Lawson Jr. flying in from the corner, closest to it at the end of the play. Play clock down to 5. Ottawa gets it off, and Crum once again standing tall and just ripping it. Settling for a 46-yard field goal as Lewis Ward never in doubt, but that one will be widely discussed in Ottawa. Begin with a quick play action throw. Evans Clercius running directly into 2 tacklers. Happy to work the play clock a little bit here as he goes hard count. Ottawa stays put, and then he'll check it down underneath. Oliveira leans forward, He needs to get to the 50, and the spot looks like he'll have. We'll see if he comes back into the ball game. Regardless, it's 1st and 10 from the 40. Oliveira as Ottawa starts trying to rip at the football. To the right of Zach Collaros. Handed off to him again. Jump cut. Bounces off one tackler. With 180 yards after contact. Not afraid to lower the shoulder and get busy as Collaros gets hit on the throw. This falls incomplete. Looking for Nick Dembski on 2nd down. See if he one-steps this one and goes right or left. Does hammer it down. Picked up by Cole Pimpleton. As the punt unit avoids Darius Pickett.
Affects the opposing offense. We've seen it tonight.
A great environment. Brutal if you're a backup quarterback coming in like Dustin Crum. As he completes another one. And Gino Lewis actually getting more touches right now.
Players know what they need to do.
And this one nearly taken away by Willie Jefferson, but Gino down the sideline. The snap from Crum and the entire protection scheme is pressure on. They get it to Braylon Addison. Wrapped up by Evan Holm. The snap from Crum and the entire protection scheme is pressure on. They get it to Braylon Addison. Wrapped up by Evan Holm. If they don't convert from 2nd and short yardage to now working further down, it's tipped at the line, and it is caught. Will they still go? Pimpleton. Crum's got to find a way on 3rd and 2. Inside handoff, Stanback, cut it back. Crum got a block, and Evan Holm finally brings down William Stanback. Crum looks to throw. Puts it low and away for Braylon Addison, who makes the grab. Back to short yards they go, 2nd and 1. Takes the snap, goes underneath. First and 10. Crum steps forward, he'll use his legs. Lots of room to the 15, to the 10. Crum breaks a tackle and wrapped up at the 7 or 8 yard line. After the 3-minute warning. Crum, pressure on, fades, throws the crossing route, hung it up in the air, and incomplete, looking for Gino Lewis.
That was the
15 meters on Trey Vavell, and they couldn't finish it off. Another opportunity here on 2nd. Crum to the outside, throws an absolute dime. Justin Hardy into the end zone. Sometimes you got to be live at a CFL stadium to see the perfect angle. There was not much room at all. And Dustin Crum fitted in with the crowd eerily silent. Well, watch on is a big stick. Oliveira got the call, and Michael Wakefield was all over it. Takes the snap. Pressure on. Zach gets it away. Caught. Dembski. They're nearing Ottawa's side of the field. Heavy team is in. They'll play action. Flip it out. Jared Stearns blocks in front. Tried to stay on his feet. They're happy to grind this one out on 2nd and 3rd. And Strebler looks like he's got maybe a yard on that one. So now 3rd and 2. Snap. Holds. Kick. Castillo looking at it. And Pimpleton's got room to run. 1 minute remaining in the ball game, and Pimpleton's got it across the 40. Down the sideline. At midfield. Khalil Pimpleton returns the missed field goal for the touchdown. Shock and awe in Winnipeg. Zach Masters from a couple years ago, emotional leader, is now Lewis Ward. Nails this one through. Tie ball game. Zach. Dembski and company can do first. On 1st down, Zach loads it up for Dembski. Right down the middle of the field. Hung up in the air and intercepted. Was only going to play special teams, but there he is with a game-changing interception. Can Dustin Crum get out of his offense into great starting field position? That won't help with Braylon Addison.
I have to punt it and give the Bombers any time. There you go.
Playing a dangerous game, knowing the leg of Sergio Castillo. There has been a blocked punt earlier tonight. They have to protect it, and they do. Right down the middle of the field for Trey Vavel. He's got about 10 yards of running room, and the coverage unit is all over it. A Darius Pickett. He's been doing that plenty. Let's see if Collaros will pull a rabbit out of the hat. He'll step forward, use his legs. He's got room to run. Can he get into Castillo territory?
It's in range.
The power of Castillo's leg unquestioned at this point as they'll look to throw it to the outside, and ice in the veins as the clock strikes 0 here on Thursday Night Football in Winnipeg. Castillo, as flags come up. The kick is good.
That's the flags.
And the penalty is against Ottawa. He misses the bomb. It goes back for a touchdown.